Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are going to be taking a look at the latest expansion for Star Wars Legion. It is the Ewok Warriors unit expansion. This is the first in the Ewok wave. So we're going to be taking a look at everything that we get in this pack. We'll look at the cards, we'll look at the miniatures, we'll put them together, and we'll talk a little bit about how you can use these Ewoks in your games of Legion, whether you're using them with the Rebels or with the Bright Tree Village Battle Force. And yeah, this will be a fun one. If you guys are new here to the channel, we do a lot of Star Wars video game reviews, board game reviews too, for that matter. We talk about tabletop games, sci-fi tabletop games, and all kinds of other really cool stuff. So we are going to pull all of this out. We've got, and that's everything. So we've got our bases. We've got our sprues here. Let's take a look at these sprues first. Then we're going to look at cards and everything else. So we've got two different sprues. We've got our Ewoks here. Looking at them. And we have, oh man, so it's storming outside right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's getting pretty bad out there. I wonder what the Ewoks do when there's a storm. That's pretty interesting. We got our little chopper there. So they don't look like they're super complex, which is really cool. So they shouldn't be too hard to put together. They're so small though that I wonder if they couldn't have just been a single piece each. You know, that would have been something else if they were actually that little. Lot of spears. And so it looks like you have the option to build a lot of these guys with either a spear or a sling. There's supposed to be unit cards for both the spears and the slings, so you can run them as a melee unit or as a ranged unit. You can run them one way or the other. And so if you don't want to magnetize them, which again, this would be super small magnets here, you're going to have to kind of make a choice on if you're going to run them as spears or slings. Now for casual games, you can run, I'll probably build a couple of them as spears and a couple of them as slings and just say that's kind of how it's going to be. Although if you want to run these like an Ewok heavy unit, you're going to have to buy lots of these expansions, so you'll have to kind of plan out in advance how you want to build them and run them. So we've got here, we've got a little mini poster here with our Ewok Warriors. We've got directions on where you can get to asmodee.com. We've got links in the description where you can go there and check those out. And we've got a list of everybody who worked on this and helped to bring it to us. We do have some cardboard and some cards. We're going to take a look at those. I also want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Amazing full metal tokens, folks. You've seen the order tokens in a lot of my battle reports. These are absolutely fantastic. They're double-sided. And they're really spectacular, and I love them. We've got the fantastic double-sided tokens. We've got our ion. We've got all kinds of stuff, man. We got the poison ones. We got immobilize. We got observation tokens there. We've got these are really, really cool for your suppression because they're double-sided. All right, just like the damage tokens are also double-sided, so you start getting those tokens stacking up. You're golden. We've got dodge right here, and we've got surge on the other side. We've got standby, and we've got aim. Very cool stuff. So check this out. If you want to check out luxuryplaystyle.com and check out some of their awesome tokens, you can use code Crabbok VIP. You're going to save 15%. And any orders that use this code that spend at least $35 rather, save 15% and spend $35 or more, are going to get a free Crabbok lightsaber nunchuck token. These are really, really cool. This is only while supplies last too, so make sure you get these. These are back in stock now, so you can definitely check these out. The great 5 damage counter on the back. You can use this to mark your commander on the front, or you can use this just for light side versus dark side. I like to use these for just about anything else. Like maybe I'm playing R2-D2 and he does secret mission, I can mark him with the Crabbok light side because he did it, stuff like that. Or you can use these for bounty or all kinds of other cool stuff. So definitely check those out. Luxuryplaystyle.com. Use code Crabbok VIP. All right, so we've got our tokens here. We've got some surge tokens, some Bright Tree Village faction tokens, and then the activation tokens. We start off with our Ewok skirmishers. They're going to be 40 points. They are Bright Tree Village. You're going to get 6 minis in the unit. So a high unit count on these dudes. They are compatible with Rebel Alliance, but not much else. You've got low profile and unhindered, so they're going to have an easy time getting through through terrain, and hopefully they'll stay alive even though they don't have any surge. Low profile might help them stay alive just a little bit longer. They can take a heavy and a personnel and a training, and they're armed with only a spear. 1 black die, white defense die, only 1 courage, 1 health each, no surge, speed 2. Not a whole lot there, meant to be kind of bare bones and basic. Alternatively, we have the Ewok Slingers. Now, these guys are not a core. These are special forces. They're only 35 points, and they have independent surge 1, so already a lot better than the Ewok Skirmishers. They do have only stones for their ranged attack, but they have slings for their, stones for their melee attack. They have slings for their ranged attack. Primitive means, it basically, I should say it on the back, where you're going to be changing your crits to hits, which basically means you can't get through armor with those. And also you're not going to penetrate cover. Well, actually, only if they're attacking somebody that has armor, right? So yeah, that's really something. So if a vehicle has cover, they're double protected from you. So there you go. Or an armored vehicle, I should say. They do have also low profile and unhindered, but they're also going to gain target 1, so they're going to be getting a name token when you give them that order. They can also take heavy, a personnel, and a training upgrade. Also no surge here, but they should be getting the 1 surge. So they get the surge if you don't give them the order. They get the aim token if you do give them the order. So they have a little bit more help than the skirmishers. Big difference between these two units is the fact that one's core and one's special forces. That's more of a big difference than even the ranged attack, because if you're running the Bright Tree Village Battle Force, you do have to have at least an Ewok skirmisher in there. So the slingers are more optional, even though they're going to be slightly more effective because they actually have a ranged attack. Whereas the skirmishers are more expensive, they're worse, but they fulfill that core requirement for the battle force. So that is interesting. That is very interesting. Now, of course, if you want to run a lot of Ewoks, you're going to need to buy, 6 or more of these expansions to get a couple of skirmishers and a couple of slingers. It's pretty wild. We do have some upgrades, so let's look at some of these. We've got a limited upgrade. Call to Arms is 2 dots here, so you can run 2 of these. It's Bright Tree Village Trooper only, so this can go on either one of them. It's an exhaust training 5 points. It's going to give somebody a suppression token, and then they gain charge until the end of the round. So that's pretty cool. Charge is going to be really good on your skirmishers, more so than your slingers, right? We also have Forest Dwellers. Here's another training. 3 cost here. It's Ewok Trooper only. This unit gains Scout 1 at the start of the first activation phase. They gain a dodge token, so that's going to help them stay alive just a little bit better. We do have a personnel here for an Ewok Trapper. As an Ewok Trapper miniature for 10 points, and also gains a training upgrade. And this can go on either one of those units. And this is your only personnel option for them. And this is your only heavy option, is the Axe Ewok, who gives you he can roll a red die, and he is also going to give you Pierce 1 and Impact 1 for 15 points. Now, imagine this was you. Imagine you were the Axe Ewok, and that was your name. You were just known as Axe Ewok. It's just like, I guess it's not a unique, so, maybe that's not his name. But, I'm sure that dude has a name. He looks like he was, he grew up on Endor. He learned the ways of the axe. He was unlike most of his peers in that he's only 1 per unit. And then instead of calling him Jeff, they call him Axe Ewok. So it's weird. All right, we have the Insatiable Curiosity here. This one is one of the wildest ones. It can go on either unit. It is a training, 8 points. It's a once per game ability. So if you choose an enemy unit in base contact with this unit's unit leader that has a heavy, an equipment, or a weapon upgrade equipped, discard one of those non-unique limited upgrades, and this unit suffers 1 wound. So this is a nasty way to go in and just take out a heavy weapon, and it's a discard too. You're discarding the upgrade. You're not necessarily getting rid of the miniature, but you are getting rid of the upgrade, which is just nasty. It's just so nasty to be able to take out a heavy weapon upgrade like that. It's kind of nuts, the how effective this can be. And I think this is the draw, I think, for the whole unit. right here. Oh, I mean, and then the Battle Force is also the draw. But this is an incredible draw here. And especially after they nerfed Force Choke into oblivion, such that nobody will ever take it again. This is now kind of like the replacement for Force Choke. And it's really good. So this is the upgrade you're going to want to run if you guys are running these. Every Ewok unit is going to want to have one of these on it because it's that good. So there's Insatiable Curiosity. We'll go ahead and put these guys together. All right, so we've got our Ewoks put together now, and they were actually pretty quick to piece together. One thing that's interesting is that for your spear guys, there's two that are identical on that, and then there's two that are identical like this. Although I did kind of stand this other guy up like a little bit more, but yeah, you have so basically 4 of them are going to be like 2 spear up, 2 spear sideways. And then that was all on one sprue. And then your other sprue had another guy that's kind of like that with the spear down, but a slightly different pose. So he kind of goes with those. And then you have your leader and your personnel and your heavy. So we got dude with the horn. Our little horny Ewok is right there. And then we've got our little ropes and our trapper here. And he's going to be important for command cards. So we'll have to... We didn't get the command cards in this pack, though. So we'll have to wait and see in the other pack. And then we have our axe dude, who is probably the best looking one. He's got a big axe. It's definitely a large axe. Now, the funny thing is that your leader with the horn has an axe too. So he doesn't actually have a spear, but it's a smaller axe. So, there you go. So you have some options. Those are your Ewoks. All right, that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think of the Ewok Warriors down in the comments. Again, we are still doing that $50 Amazon gift card giveaway that runs to the end of the month, so you still have a few days left to enter to win that. And also, again, check out Luxury Playstyle. Big thanks to all the sponsors. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your continued support. I will talk to you later. May the force be with you. Yub Nub, Cowabunga. May the spice continue to flow. And so say we all.